Does food noise come back? That is what we're talking about today. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Megan. I'm a board certified physician in internal medicine, lifestyle medicine, and obesity medicine. And this is really important because I actually prescribe these medications all the time. I actually talk to patients about their weight all the time. I've helped hundreds of patients lose weight, and I'm here to help you too. So if you're confused about your weight, if you have questions about weight medicines, and if you want medically based answers to your weight questions, you are in the right place. Welcome. Today, we're talking about a very common question, which is, does food noise come back? So we have good data that shows that for people on tirzepatide, when they continue to take the medication, the vast majority of them keep the weight off or lose even a little bit more. But what I have noticed clinically for some people is, even though the weight might be staying exactly where it always has been, they kind of feel like the thoughts around food, the food noise, sometimes for some people comes back a little bit. Now, their weight is not changing. It's not changing. Everything is staying as is, but they are feeling a little bit differently around food. And for anybody on this class of medications, the GLP-1 medications, you probably have noticed that how you felt the first month or two on the medication is very different or somewhat different than how you felt after you've been on it for 6 months to a year. And so if that is you, if you find that, okay, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, and the food noise has come back a little bit, it is not a reason to panic. It's just your body is re-equilibrating in the same way as some people had their appetite really, really suppressed in the beginning, and then it kind of slowly starts to come back. That can happen for food noise too, in that it was gone completely, shut off, nowhere to be seen, and then it kind of comes back a little bit. The really nice part about these medications is that they really help people get some distance and get some objective view so that they can see, okay, this is what I'd been thinking. This is what people talk about when they say food noise. I didn't know what that was, and now I do. So they no longer have this sense of like panic, or they don't know what to do when it happens, or that like they're completely beholden to it or they can't help themselves. It's not like that. It's just like, oh, okay, I notice it's around a little bit more than it was. It still doesn't mean that I'm eating differently, but I can recognize it. And yeah, it's a little annoying, but it's not there to the extent that it was before I started the medication. But if you do notice that you have a little bit more food noise, and you did, you need to take this as an opportunity to really give yourself the best chance going forward and try to eliminate as much as possible those processed foods, because those are foods that are designed to create food noise, to create desire, to create cravings, right? They've been scientifically engineered to like hit all the hot spots in your brain that make your brain fire like a pinball machine when you eat them. Not to say that you can never have cookies again, you can never have cake again, but you want to have like the best quality version of that. You don't want to be eating something that could live on a shelf for 5 years, right? You don't want to be eating something that's not a color we would ever see in nature, right? So if you do notice there's a little bit of food noise, do yourself a favor, take a look at what you're eating and see if you can eliminate any and all processed foods, moving as much towards whole foods as much as possible. If you like cookies, bake the cookies yourself. They're going to taste so much better. You're going to have more fun doing it. You're going to have a better relationship with those cookies. You're going to remember all the love that went into making them, right? You want to give yourself the best chance. And the same thing is true with sweet drinks. If you find that you're noticing the food noise is coming back, try to eliminate any sweetened beverages, whether it's sweetened with sugar or a diet sweetener, because Sometimes that I've found in talking with patients, the patients who have a lot of cravings, a lot of times that does not help because it gets your brain used to having something sweet all the time, which is not actually like how we evolved to live, right? We didn't evolve to be continually tasting sweet foods. So again, another thing to check on if that food noise is coming back, take a look. What am I drinking throughout the day? If I have coffee with half and sugar, can I take the sugar out and see what happens? Things like that. Do a deep dive on what you're eating, what you're drinking. Eliminate as much of the added sugar in the beverages or added sweetener, artificial sweetener. Eliminate the processed foods and give yourself the best chance at lifelong success with this medication. Overall, if a little food noise does come back, do not panic. It happens to some people, and it doesn't necessarily mean that anything's going to change with your weight. It just means that your brain is getting a little used to it, and then just make sure that there's nothing else that you're eating that's gonna make that worse. So that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have questions, you can leave them on this video or another video, and I'll find them and add them to the list. If you wanna work with me directly, you can. I do work as a life coach to help people around the world with the non-medical aspects of their weight loss. If you're on a GLP-1 and you are still eating chaotically, you don't know how to get your vegetables, you can't get yourself to the gym, or you want to make sure you never start a GLP-1. I help people with all those types of things, so I'll leave that info down below. If you're not subscribed to this channel already, subscribe because it's the place for medically based answers to your weight questions. Thank you for watching, and please be well.